Well, hello everyone again. If you missed our FAQs on Friday, I do have an added portion. We did not really talk specifically about dating Facebook parties. So everything that I mentioned in part one for our FAQs still applies, but there are some extra things that you want to make sure that you convey to your possible host when you're dating Facebook parties. And there's some things that you want to keep in mind as well. So, first of all, remember that booking your Facebook parties, you have to be very specific about the start date and the end date. And so these are the dates that you want to establish from the very beginning. So we talked about how important it was in setting a date that works both for you and for your host. Well, whether you're doing a Zoom or an event, or even if you decided to go to their homes, you want to make sure that that time, that date fits both you and the host. Now, the reason it's important for a Facebook party is because, first of all, you have to decide what you're comfortable with. A 3-day Facebook party, a 5-day Facebook party, a 7-day Facebook party, because even though you have the opportunity to schedule and post ahead of time, you want to be available and you want your host to be available so that you can both reply to comments and really be a part of what's going on in that party. If the guests have a question, are you going to be in a position to answer those questions? So you don't want a comment to sit for a day and a half because you didn't check the notifications, or your host didn't reply or thank people or any of that. If they're not available to do that and you're not available to do that, that's going to affect the guests that are participating at your party. So that's why you really want to think about that. Even though you can set the post ahead of time, you want to make sure that you have time to participate, because we have all these engagement posts and we want our guests to be a part of it and to participate. They'll participate more if you and your host are participating more. So make sure that it goes both ways. So you want them involved. You want to have this party during a time that you can also be involved. And also, we mentioned having a theme for your party. The reason a theme is so helpful for a Facebook party is because it helps you to focus on what you're going to be posting. Also, it gives the host an opportunity to kind of figure out what she really wants from this party. So I have a couple of options. I'm going to try and share my screen again with you. So let's see how we get to there from here. Because if you choose a theme, that's kind of going to show you where you're going to direct your post. So let's see here. Here is a post that I put up. You can also share it with your host. All righty. Okay, now I'm sharing my screen, right? Okay, here we go. So this gives them some options. They might want a little bit of both. Kitchen organization. Do you want to do cupboards? Do you want to do fridge or freezer? Do you want a little bit of everything? So that narrows it down, and it also helps you choose how you're going to post instead of trying to post a little bit of everything, every category. This is our entertainment stuff. This is our freezer stuff. This is our microwave stuff. You can focus in, and when you do that, you can also be giving them little booking suggestions, like maybe the microwave pieces are on sale, and you can mention the microwave pieces. You can throw in a video, but then you can also say, I would love to do a party with you that's focused on all of our amazing microwave products. Or for the Tupperware basics, we're talking about the classics. We're talking about the cereal bowls, the luncheon plates, the freezer containers, the things that everybody knows and loves about Tupperware. You're giving them extra details about those basics. Entertaining with style, that of course is all of our serveware pieces and our cookware. Because if you're really entertaining, you got to have all that good stuff to do it right. And kitchen tools and gadgets is very popular in my Facebook parties. They want to know about all the gadgets. So these are some options that you can share with your host. What do you think your friends and family, all of your guests, what do you think they would like to see? As well as from which of these categories do you think you want to get free Tupperware, so we can talk about it at your party? So when you do that and you do a theme, it's also easier to hone down the time of your party. If you're doing a party for a whole week and you're posting every day for that week, you know, it might get a little monotonous if you're throwing everything at them from the whole catalog. But if you're just focusing on one thing, they want to know how much you got within this category. And it also makes it easier for the guests to start their wish list. So keep that in mind when you're talking to your host about dating a Facebook party. Then the other thing you want to think about when you're dating a Facebook party is that when you get that yes, then you still need to send them a catalog, the latest flyers, and some tips on how to have a successful Facebook party. Now, there is a flyer. Let's see if I can get that one for us. There's a flyer in Tup Social that does tips. And this is a good one because it, alrighty, here you go. It has a nice list of, am I getting it? I'm so silly. Okay. It has a list of do's and don'ts for a Facebook party. But a lot of these are also really good for any type of party that you're doing. Even if you send a text or a message, you want to send them a phone call to do a personal invitation. Also share why you love Tupperware and why you're having the party. So those are things that the host can take advantage of while you're coaching her on how to make sure that this is a great party for everyone. So keeping that in mind, along with everything that we talked about earlier, in contacting people to host a party, don't forget your Wi-Fi. And so you got to see part 1 so you know what Wi-Fi is, if you don't already. So I just wanted to add those few little points that are specific to Facebook to make sure that your Facebook party is successful. So when you're dating parties for Facebook and you're talking to potential hosts, You want to give them the information that they need so that they can see how easy it is to host a Facebook party and to receive all the goodies, just like any party that we have to offer. So I hope that helps a little bit more, and enjoy the rest of your day, and let's go date some parties. Let's just pack it in for December. That would be fantastic. Thanks, everyone. Bye for now. Okay, I'm going to stop recording.